first play, and Wilson wants to throw it.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Play action. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down.
The Jets have 3 and 10 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball again.
again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Wilson. Forced, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aiden Hutchinson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Out of the gun. Goff. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced it.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. Now it's gone. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff, throw right side, complete to Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the 50, it's Goff. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Oh, that's into a sea of body. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky if we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now Wilson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return is Williams. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On fourth down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Patterson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Goff a handoff here to Swift, and he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gone. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Patterson's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now it's Wilson being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
With the dime left on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 14. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double-dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And here comes Berrios.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Hall on a give up the middle. 61 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles? And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Swift fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
16.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Here's Wilson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Goff now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Goff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Wilson to throw. Into the hands of Singletary. And he will manage to get out of bounds here with the first down as they stop it with 27 seconds. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Throwing now is Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Now Wilson. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.